Hello everyone, my name is Bhavya. Today I am going to speak on the topic impact of gold on Indian economy. India's love for gold is no secret, but do you know how much do we love it? According to some estimates, India had a stock of about 23,000 24,000 tons of gold, which is mostly held by the households. In value terms, based on the 2015 average price, it was worth 800 billion. To put this into context, tech giants Apple's market capitalization at the same time was around 600 billion, and two of the India's largest listed companies, Reliance and Tata Consultancy Services, were quoted at around 100 billion each. A report commissioned by the World Gold Council estimated that gold made a direct contribution to more than 30 billion to the Indian economy. The role and the impact of gold are reflected by the gems and jewellery industry, which contributes around 7% of the country's GDP and 15.71% to the India's total merchandise exports. The gems and jewellery sector in India is one of the largest in the world and contributes to around about 29% of the global consumption. Here is a look at the different ways the gold contributes to the Indian economy: gold mining, gold refining, and gold manufacturing. Here are some of the impacts of gold. The impact on the current account deficit. Although oil imports are primarily responsible for the higher current account deficit in the country, India's huge gold import is also partially responsible for it, since the second largest part of the import bill is gold. That occurs when a country's total imports and transfers are higher than the total exports. Second, exports. India is one of the largest exporters of gold and jewellery, and the industry is considered to play a vital role in the economy as it contributes a major chunk in the total foreign reserves of the country. UAE, UK, Russia, China, Singapore, Hong Kong, and Latin America are biggest importers of Indian jewellery. Indian jewellery exporters have grown over the past decade to reach 160 countries. India's gem and jewellery exports stood at 24.89 billion in April to December 2017. During the same period, exports of cut and polished diamonds stood around 17.2 billion, thereby contributing about 69% of the total gem and jewellery exports in value terms. Exports of gold coins and medallions stood at 1,736.02 million, and silver jewellery exports stood at 3,114.85 million during April to December 2017. Growth of the gold loan industry. Pledging gold as a collateral has been an ever-present feature of India's gold market. There are two types of gold loan providers: banks and money lenders. How does gold investment affect the Indian economy? The decline in the value of the gold in the recent past has been so rapid that one could be forgiven comparing with the recession in Greece. However, India's lust for gold is no secret, but it has now reached a point where the nation's economy and its currencies are being sacrificed in the bargaining of the precious metal has fallen for straight 3 years. The purchase of gold from foreign dealers for billions of dollars has resulted in Indian cash being sent overseas and a disruption in the balance funds coming in and going out of the nation, thus bringing down the rupee's value. As a result of the fiscal, key importers have become more expensive and businesses are beginning to find it increasingly hard to repay international loans. Gold imports and CAD. Gold imports directly affect the current account deficit of India. As a thumb rule, the larger the CAD with respect to GDP, the riskier is for the overall economy. The country is presently the largest importer of gold on the planet, consuming one third of the planet's supply on an annual basis. In fact, gold is the second most purchased overseas commodity after oil. Imports were to such high levels that during the UPA government had appealed to Indian consumers to try and resist the temptation to purchase gold, as it will have a positive impact on more aspects of the nation's economy than could be emphasized. While the current account deficit of India has been controlled by some extent to the present NDA government, the main question in the minds of the financial and economic experts is whether or not sufficient funds are flowing into the economy to compromise for the difference. Gold as a means of saving. Gold is looked upon as one of the best options when it comes to security and savings for a good percentage of the 1.24 billion people that resides in India. There may be various reasons to why gold is treated as high regard in comparison with other investment instruments. With a larger portion of people saving gold going into gold, which they are likely to keep idle until they need the money, the economy is left waiting. The gold doesn't flow in the overall economy and as such does not contribute towards it. Gold jewelries and the Indian economy. In addition, the cultural importance of gold makes it instrumental at ceremonies such as weddings, and it's just not the villagers who offer gold. And the amount of significance they do, even lawyers, bankers, politicians, and other purchasers of gold jewelry industry purchase golds during festivals or special occasions. They consider it as a foolproof financial strategy. And since the real estate and capital markets are losing promise of late, the wealthy section of Indian society is more a new class of gold investors on its own. Though the demand for gold has always been high, the past 4 years have seen the demand turn into an investment and everyone who has the money goes into the gold, thereby adversely affecting the India's economy. The government has implemented few schemes to save our economy like gold monetization scheme, gold sovereign bond scheme and Indian gold coin. Thank you.